I added the crappy gas, time travel, and the ended dragon to Minecraft. Start by killing the enlightened one, and the enlightened one will drop something special. The final theory. If you want to know how to summon the enlightened one, check out this video. But now there's some other items we need. Use the scalpel to retrieve your own meat, and eat it to get the regretful effect. Eat another one, and you'll poop. And with 4 of these poops, make a poop block. Now you're gonna need to kill some ghasts for their tears. And now with your poop block and 8 ghast tears, you can make the crappy ghast spawn egg. Right click to summon it, and you have a crappy ghast. It's a passive mob that repeatedly craps on the ground, which makes it one of the best renewable sources of poop. But keeping him alive isn't the only thing you can do with him. You can kill him, and you get an infected ghast tear. This is one of the most important resources in this new update, and in progression in general. Yes, this is required to complete the mod. With an infected ghast tear and an eye, you can make a sickly crystal. And remember, you get eyes from harvesting hobos' organs. See, I just got one. 7 glass, an eye, and an infected ghast tear. Now, the sickly crystal is an interesting item. Right-clicking with it gives all mobs levitation in a nearby area. So you can do this. So it shakes up crystal PvP a little bit, but you might be thinking, it's a little unfair how there's no way to prevent this. I mean, if you get the levitation, it's pretty much an instant death. Well, don't worry, I thought of that. With 1 golden ring and 4 tungsten, you get the gravitational stabilization ring. And whenever this ring is in your inventory, it will prevent the levitation effect, although it slowly deteriorates durability. But these sickly crystals are used to make something special. Go look underground for a palladium geode. Now a lot more common than previously. And there's 2 ways to get into these things. We all know the acid spewer will do it, but thanks to these last updates, the mahogany tree is actually strong enough to get inside. And now you can mine all the palladium. You also need a drone controller. So the time machine is now a post-alien invasion reward. And since there's a boss linked to the time machine, there's actually a new final goal to the mod. There's something to fight after the alien invasion. Anyway, take your dimensional shard, drone controller, 2 sickly crystals, 4 palladium, and the final theory, and you can make the time machine. The time machine got overhauled in this update. It's basically a completely different block. When you place the time machine down, you'll realize it looks a lot different from when we left it. There's 4 options now. You can go to the far past, the present, and the future. But doing that requires different energy levels. So we have to power this thing now. There's a few options for power, like solar panels, generators, and maybe even a homunculus in a box. But if you're like me and can cheat, then use an overpowered solar panel. The overpowered solar panel is a creative mode only item that gives 100 energy per tick instead of 1 energy per tick like the regular panel. Now that we have plenty of energy, there's a lot of areas we can go to. Let's start with the far past. Just click on it, and you'll see we're sent to the far past. Now, when you travel between time periods, you're given a time machine to leave, but it's not going to have energy, so make sure you bring solar panels or generators or some way to have energy here, or else you might get stranded. Now, you notice there isn't a lot here. This is an intentionally barren dimension, but one of the good things about the far past is there is so much iron ore. Like, there's a crazy amount of iron ore. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. If you want iron, this is the dimension you should go to. This is also a good spot to find holy blocks. This terrain is just very clear, so it's a good area to find them. During the nighttime, first of all, the sky at night looks really cool. You'll see rock golems start to spawn. Rock golems are the only thing that spawn here, because remember, this is a land before meat. When you kill them, they drop random ores. You can get redstone, copper, diamonds, evil stone, you name it. But yeah, let's get out of here. Now let's visit the future. The future is the final time period. The past is kind of a bonus one that's really expensive to get to. But the future is the last one in terms of progression. Let's go. Now, you notice when you spawn in, you'll be falling. So make sure you bring something to break your fall. You'll see there's a weird thing in the sky. We'll get to that later. Now, notice what the ground under you is made out of. Break it. It's chromium oxide. Because we all know everything in the future is made out of chrome. This chromium oxide will be relevant in a future update, but for now, hold on to it. It's going to be used for some late game gear, like a late game, like really late game. Now, the future generates similar to the end islands. In fact, this is kind of like a remixed end dimension. You'll see we spawn on the giant central island, and then 1,000 blocks away, there's a ring of outer islands around it. But anyhow, it's time we address this thing in the middle. Hopefully you brought blocks to pillar up with. Now, this is the nexus of autism. And you'll see inside the nexus, there's signs on this metal box warning you not to open it. Now, the reason you shouldn't open this is because it will release the last boss in the mod, or at least the last boss right now. I recommend bringing pretty good gear to the fight, especially good armor, especially good weapons. Since this is post-alien invasion, I would definitely recommend bringing technology armor, as it's the best in the mod. And you should also get a good sword if you can help it. The Moronic Decimator is a great candidate. It does 20 attack damage. Also, bringing a Chunk Eruptor is a good choice because it just does a lot of damage. It's a shotgun. But yeah, it's time to get prepared for the fight. Remember that tech armor lets you shoot lasers, as long as you're sneaking with an empty hand. But now it's time to summon the boss, and be careful because breaking this will destroy the entire Nexus of Autism. So do it from kind of far away. But now it's time to release this boss. The Ended Dragon. Let me take off my helmet because it gives 40 vision, which makes the dragon weird looking. The Ended Dragon. Now you can make up whatever lore implications you want, but pretty much this dragon doesn't have wings, so it can't fly, but it does have pretty strong legs, so it will run fast, and this giant incision in the bottom of it will let it shoot out embryos that will explode on you. So now it's time to try and kill it. There it is, already shooting at me. Should be pretty easy as long as you have good weapons. This armor is really good. This boss is quite the armor destroyer, though. Also, to make matters worse, I'm gonna buff this a lot more, so just be ready. And yeah, if you think you can get around this without a ranged weapon, you're mistaken. You definitely need one. These lasers are so getting nerfed. Yeah, let's go up and get him. Let's get a melee since he's so low. We killed him. The Ended Dragon is dead. Now, the Ended Dragon is going to drop something that's going to be relevant in the next update. Yeah, that's how I keep you guys watching. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe. Oh, wait a second. I forgot something. We have to go back to the present real quick, because now it's time to go to the past. The only problem, though, is getting to the past requires 1 million forge energy. It is very pricey in survival mode. But yeah, I guess I'll sit here in AFK for a while until this is charged up. We hit 1 million. It's time to go. And here we are. Oh, boy. It doesn't exactly look like the overworld, does it? That's because the overworld was not meant to be accessed at all in this mod. So you can see most of the biomes in the wheat dimension spawn, as well as all the foliage and some biomes that normally don't spawn at all because I was testing them. Definitely a weird sight. Every single stage of crop spawns regularly. Yeah, there isn't that much of a point to get here. Oh yeah, you can see there's a palladium geode over here that spawned on the surface somehow. I think it's because it's under a mountain. That's actually really cool. But yeah, the overworld doesn't really have anything new in it. It's just a place you can go to if you want. And I'm still not even sure if I'm going to keep it in the mod or if I'm going to nerf it, because I kind of like the whole mod being contained in its own dimensions. Yeah, let me know what you think if I should keep this in the game or not. Subscribe, like, comment, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, play Industrial Basis, subscribe to my second channel, visit my website. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.